what do you love most about watches?
That's quite interesting. I love what I love about watches. It's something that gives you more patience, something that sort of drives you to be more endurance of how to respect time, and the creativity of a watch gives you all the kind of experience of how you can handle something with patience. So it's a patient requiring kind of job, and it even brings that within yourself, and you can be the true man as well. Born, bred, brought up in Kenya. Yes.
But then you went to the UK to
Yes, I got my education from Bromley University, and I did work at Chancery Lane to get a bit of experience. But the call back to help my dad in his business, so I had to come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love to come back because it's something you want to carry on with.
Yeah.
They came in the 1950s, and this was during the colonization of British Empire when they were in the Africa region, and they came as one of the engineers for the railway engineers, and they decided to stay back and start off the business.
Okay.
Yeah, being jewelers, so they were very good on their craftsmanship. So that sort of got them into watchmaking and watch business as well.
Okay. And why did you decide to carry it on?
It's a kind of a love. It's something that carries on to your blood, that you want to be a craftsman as well. So it just came in naturally.
Okay.
And I had a liking for it as well. It's more interesting to see how wheels can tick-tock and give you an accuracy of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And was it something where the knowledge of watches was passed down to you from your parents, from their parents?
Yes, because apparently my granddad wouldn't pass it on unless you're really interested in it, and he passed it on to my dad, and that happened to me as well.
Okay. Yeah. And was it something that took a long time to learn?
And I'm still learning now as I speak. Yeah,
okay.
Because it's something you got to keep learning on say crafting out some kind of spares which are not available, so you need to do it from scratch, and that can be taught only by the pioneers or people who have the experience in that. You can see His Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta at the back. We had his dad's picture as well in black and white those days, and we had Honorable Moi, and we had Honorable Moi Kibaki, and now the present at the moment, Uhuru Kenyatta.
So you've seen
5 generations.
Governments come and go in Kenya.
Governments come and go, yes.
And you're still here?
We're still here.
Yeah.
We have the blessings from our customers, so they want us to be here. I mean, so they miss us. If they don't see us here, they get really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Whom or where should I take my timepiece machine to?
Yeah.
They don't know. That's a big question to them.
Okay.
That was signed by the British people at that time. But this was signed. The signing registrar was done by. Must have been the European people who've done that. It was quite peaceful, and then it changed. It got a bit more busier, a bit more buzzier. Like we used to walk down, catch a bus, and we did have the old traditional double deckers during those days as well.
Yeah.
And it came down to the local buses, and then it's changed into the local transportation system, which we call them the matatus.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's a big changeover. You know, it's a huge changeover.
And even since you've been here, it's changed.
Wow, yeah, it has, because right across us, we never had that building which you see across the shop, and we got big malls coming in, we got lots of tiny little businesses happening, but the true value of relationship with the client, I think people are losing that now, because you know, the true touch, the human touch, we don't get to see that anymore.
I think, it seems like, especially,
It's more like a vending machine. You have a relationship with the client. It's not only the point of sale. You want to build up some kind of trust with him, so that he can come back. He can get some kind of service, not only for his product, but he gets to know that you have a care about him.
Is there a time at which it's not worth repairing a watch, or given that's 30 years old and it's still repairable, is that still?
Well, you see, Tad, what I would say is that if it's a Swiss timepiece machine, it's worth fixing any time.
Okay.
But if you don't want to fix up copies, like the grey ones, right? They're sort of grayed up, and they're not really worth it. So you don't want to waste your time on that. No. But we do get people sort of really pushing us and telling us kindly do that for us, and we try our best. To do that as well.
And how long would that take to fix?
That would take at least, if everything seems to be okay, it could take probably 3 to 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. Mechanical watch sitting on a movement holder, and basically what we're going to do here is we're going to dismantle the watch, and that little bit is called the balance wheel, and that balances your time, and that's the heart of the watch. So we're going to unscrew that there and bring it out and see what's the cause that it's frozen, it's not running at the moment. And these are one of the mechanical watches you can see very well. This particular piece I've just worked on, or I'm still going to work on, is approximately 30 years old. So I'm going to get it out bit by bit. The little red, if you can see the red jewels in here. These are the jewels that lubricate or help the lubrication of the watch with the movement of the watch.
Okay.
Yeah. You get that sound effect, that's the release of the lever. So it's unreleasing the barrel spring. That's the press of the barrel spring. So we're going to release the entire mechanism before we can bring it apart. "48 hours when you key in manually, right? So now it's unwinding the main barrel spring that's there, right? So that's finally come to stop now. So after that, we're just gonna get it all apart, get this all opened up, and get it into pieces. And then get into the barrel, get it all cleaned up. That holds the entire motion, the entire, the motion for running the entire watch. What I just picked out is the lever, right? It's a 2-jewel lever, and that's the balance. So these are very, very old balance wheels. That's why I say this watch could be at least 30 to 40 years old. They don't build this kind of, they don't make this kind of balance wheel systems anymore. They don't do that. That's why they last you forever. Yeah. So it's a 17 jewel you can see right down there, right? And that's a Swiss watch again. Okay. If Sandy can ask, I think one of the grandfathers or fathers, they can recall the brand Omex. It's a very old brand. It's one of the first manual watches, that they manufacture. Favorite piece would be a Swiss brand watch. You could say the Rado. I mean, say if you've heard of Rado watches.
Yeah.
It's an Nekhta Swiss watch. It's been in its watch industry for I would say coming to 200 years now. Rado has been running a company in Switzerland, and they're well known. You must have heard of the brand called Swatch as well.
Yes.
You have Swatch, you have Tissot, and they are the same streamline from the same company. And it's a very huge company that, well-established company in Switzerland that has knowledge on watches for a very long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So so these are the kind of watches bring back a lot of memories when you look at this kind of model. Specifically, it started off in I would say in 1960s or 1950s, somewhere there. Yeah.
Okay, it's a beautiful watch.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's one of the evergreen watches, and still keeps up to date. It's still in the market.
What's the most popular watches do you sell?
The most popular watches in Kenya, you'd say that they vary from Swiss watches going to the Japanese. But I think Japanese has got onto the market when they launched their models in 1970s. The Seiko watches, you have Citizen, you have Casio, various other brands, but they are the ones they've got onto the market. But yes, Swiss, have an established name, so you can never go wrong with them as well.
Do you think your sons and daughters will carry it on, or do you think that's...
I'll leave that to time, because today, Ted, we can't promise anything, but as we say, if they really get interested into it, I would love to pass on the trade. I don't mind passing the trade on to anybody as far as he or she is interested in the trade.
And you have to have a passion, you have to believe in...
That's true. Passion is the right word, because if we have the love and passion of doing the same job, then it's quite good for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since I was a child, I had this passion of repairing radios. So when I started fixing batteries and watches, I came to realize that I can do it better. And from that, I really enjoyed the job. And now I know more about it by 50%, but I'm still learning.
I started liking watches when I first saw my grandma's, the old clocks, the pendulum ones. And I used to wonder, how does time run in a pendulum? Okay? So I had to learn, I had to get a mystery around it, how the pendulum and the time works. So that's how I came to like it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Just turn around.
Okay, it's on time, eh?
Yeah, it's nice.
Thank you. Looks good, huh?
Okay, thank you very much.
I like.
You like my watch?
I do.